Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome. I am back with another video. We will just keep smashing them out for the multiplayer game that we are making step by step with no steps skipped. And yeah, let's just get into it. As always, link in the description for Patron where you can download project files as long as I am using free assets. And if you want to support the channel, let's get going. We are working on the combat system for our game. This is what we have so far. We have some minor cleanup to do, and then I think we will be adding a dodge roll, maybe. I think so. I don't know. Evasion. Let's see where we get. But first, I noticed, yeah, you see, I could smack him away. We need to, these two, go to the master character, collision, set them to no collision. The weapons, because we're not going to be using collision to detect, we're not going to be using collision to detect damage anyway. That will be done by tracing. So there we go, no collision, way better. Perfect. I'm also actually gonna do one thing. I think by default we are too far down with the camera. I don't like that. I'm gonna go to the master layer and grab the spring arm. I'm not sure if we're supposed to actually change the location. No, not the offset. I'm gonna change the actual location. Yeah, that's better. Just to get our character, I don't know, maybe more. Yeah, that's better. Well, you can obviously do whatever you want to with your camera. Just like to have, I feel like I get a better overview like this. Coolio. Yeah, that's good. Let's add another input, or actually we should probably, I'm gonna collapse this entire thing to a function. I want to reuse that. So collapse to function, rotate to movement direction. No, actually, I'm gonna Control C all of that. I'm gonna grab the branch as well. This one, collapse to function. Actually, remove like so. Collapse to function. Try rotate to character movement. Try rotate to input direction. Now we can do like this. We have the branch inside of the function instead, and now we can reuse this whenever we want to, because we want this for dodge as well. So I'm gonna go to, am I recording? Yes, I am. Whew. Gonna go to input. Gonna duplicate our light attack input. And we're gonna do dodge instead. Add input for dodge. Let's call it evade. Don't like the word dodge. EA evade, it's gonna be, I'm gonna use left alt for my keyboard, and I'm gonna use, what do you generally use? Jumping is bottom. X? I don't remember what's normal. I'm gonna do face button left. So light attack input, and we're gonna do new input, search for it, enhanced input action evade. We already have this replicated play montage. I think I have a dodge animation that's gonna do nice and well. Don't think it's the master skeleton. Yeah, it's the master skeleton, so it's fine. Once again, these are Mixamo animations, I think. Yeah, I think this is from Mixamo, so I'm just gonna use that. I can share it. So if you have your own animation, you can use that. I already did the root motion thing. This one is from Mixamo. I think it's way too slow. I already experimented with that, I see. Can probably just gonna see what happens if I start. I feel like I slow down way too much when so probably I'm gonna remove this root thingy. I'm gonna do key. Oh no, not central. Remove key. Sorry. Key. Why do I get the central mass? Only the root. Coop. Something like that. Key. There we go. It's way too slow still. I don't like this animation. 0.2. That's better. Okay, that's all right. That feels good. And we're gonna reuse this try rotate input direction. There's one thing I don't like with this solution. It works well for this. But you can see if I run and I change direction, I do this weird. You can clearly see turning go in the. You can clearly see the turning happens in the animation. So we're gonna do something else for this. Maybe I'm gonna do something else for the. Maybe I'm gonna use the other solution for the attack as well, actually. But I'm gonna go into the master character, shared function, and we're gonna do another custom event. Actually, we can probably do like this. Because the animation, either we replicate that, but the thing is the animation is already replicated. So since the animation is replicated, we can just use animation states for this as well. So I'm just gonna copy this. State, disable root motion. Gonna go to BPI character. Call set root motion enable. Make an input root motion enabled. And on begin, we will do call set root motion enabled to false. So yeah, that was in the BPI character. I showed you how to make interface calls before. For the end, we're gonna enable root motion again. And now we have the general functions here, interface calls here. So I will make another one, event called set root motion enabled. Grab the movement, or is it the mesh? Oh, it's the animation instance. Get anim instance. So from the mesh, we do get anim instance, set root motion mode. This. So root motion enabled. What's the default one? I think it's from montages only. Yeah, the default one. And ignore root motion when it's false. And we're gonna go into our animation. And in the beginning here, we are gonna do disable root motion. Up until like this point or something. Just want to see what happens now. So we're not gonna do this rotation. You can see I don't rotate the full way. So I likely need to increase the, because what happens now basically is instead of actually manually replicating and setting the rotation of our character, we're just disabling root motion, which means, you see, if we're not, since we have orient rotation to movement active, you see, I turn towards my input by default. Root motion makes us follow the animation, but if I disable that, I can still play the animation and keep this orient rotation to movement at the same time. But we don't want, we only want to disable it for a tiny part of the animation because we still do want to animation lock most of it. So I just simply need to increase my rotation rate. A little bit more. And we'll see, I might need this rotation rate to be lower for other things if we're gonna do locomotion, but you can see now it works pretty well. Yeah, looking good. There's one more thing though. We need to add the other state. Is can't take action. Till maybe here. So that I can't spam it. I still can't spam it though. Why is that? Ah, yeah, I know why. Because obviously we need this. We need to only be able to actually do it if we can take action. Yeah. So a little bit earlier. So that we can come up and actually even earlier, I think. Yeah, that's good. Wait, is the combo not working? There it is. Yep, okay, that's fine. And this will be collapse the function. Elevate. And we don't need a combo counter anything. There's no iframes or anything right now. We will add that when we get to the damage part. But for now, it's just a way to actually avoid. I mean, I don't really like this, to be fair. I do not feel like that's working super well, to be honest, because if you just quickly well, that's one way to do it. I think I'm actually gonna use this. And what I'm gonna do instead is in the in here, I'm gonna change this to be 1 second. And I'm gonna grab that timeline. Set play rate. I want to be able to set how long this goes, like for how long it. I want an input in this function, basically. Lerp time, and we're gonna set this play rate. So let's see, if it's 1, it's gonna be 1 second, right? So divided so 1 divided by the lerp time input. Is that correct? Let me see. So if I type 2 here, it's going to be 1 divided by 2. That's going to be 0.5 seconds. That's not what I'm after. What am I after here? I want to input the seconds. Yes, that's true. If I type 2 here, if I type 2 here, 0.5, the play rate will be 0.5, which means it's going to be 2 seconds. Yes, that is correct. Right. Lerp time here. Passing it through. One divided by 0.3 every 3, so it's gonna be faster. Yep, that's correct. I did not need a calculator for that. And this one is gonna be faster, so 0.15. Yeah, feels better. Or I just don't want it to like snap to the rotation. I want it to actually go there smoothly when we attack, but I want a quicker turn when we dodge, and that's what we have here now. Yeah, seems all right. Perfect. Yep, alright, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and consider becoming a patron. I will see you in the next one. Bye.